Hi, in the last video we saw definition of unit of refrigeration. So what is the unit of refrigeration? Unit of refrigeration is TR. Full form of TR is ton of refrigeration. So we have seen the definition of ton of refrigeration and its relation with kilocalories. In this video, we'll see first rule out of three rules of air conditioning or refrigeration. So the first rule of refrigeration or air conditioning is all liquids cool surrounding while evaporating. So I repeat the first rule of refrigeration. All liquids cool surrounding while evaporating. Now to explain this, what is evaporation? Evaporation is conversion of change of state from liquid to gaseous is called evaporation. So why do that evaporation cools the surrounding? Yes, because gases need more heat than the liquid. So if we want to convert liquid state to vapor state or gaseous state, we need to heat the liquid. So if a situation is created that without providing heat, the liquid is getting evaporated, in that case, it will absorb the heat from the surrounding. So how can the situation be created? Here it is. If water has to boil, at what temperature will it boil? It will boil at 100 degrees Celsius. But that 100 degrees Celsius boiling temperature is with respect to the atmospheric pressure. Let's say if the atmospheric pressure is increased, water will boil at 120 degrees Celsius, and this is what is the principle used in pressure cooker. So if we reduce the pressure from one atmospheric pressure to the lower pressure, then a liquid water will evaporate at a lower pressure. So when it will evaporate, that time obviously it will need heat. So then it will start absorbing heat from the surrounding because we are not providing any heat to it, but we are reduced its pressure. Similarly, in air conditioning, when the liquid gas is there and it is passed through a small aperture that is called thermostatic valve, and a very large space is made available on the other side of the aperture, then it will find sudden drop of pressure. So when the pressure is suddenly dropped, it will immediately evaporate. So temperature may be at minus 40 degrees Celsius. So when it is minus 40 degrees Celsius, when it will evaporate, it will have minus 40 degrees Celsius temperature. So now the liquid has to convert into the gaseous state, and then it needs heat. So it will absorb heat from the liquid which is coming, which is succeeding it, or by itself, or at the most what it will do, it will lower its own temperature and gets evaporated. That is why the temperature goes down, and it is to the degree of minus 40 degrees Celsius. So this is a sudden drop of temperature. Examples of the first law of air conditioning is whenever you wash your hands, and if you keep the hands in a stream of air flowing, that time you will feel your hands very colder. Why it happens? Because of the air stream, the water on the surface of your skin is evaporating. While the water is evaporating, it is taking heat from your body. So when it is taking heat from your body, it is, in other words, it is cooling your body. There is one example. Other example is in the nature. You must have seen in summer times dogs uh, generally open their mouth and keep their tongue outside. Why they do like that? They do like that because when their tongue is outside and it is wet, when it is open to the atmosphere, the water on the surface of the tongue will start evaporating. And when it evaporates, it cools the tongue. While evaporating, it absorbs the heat from the tongue. So the dog feels comfortable. That is why it keeps its tongue outside the mouth in summer times. Hope you understood the first law of air conditioning. Thank you very much, friends.